Today, we're diving into something that's been on my heart as we approach Valentine's Day, but we're going to flip the script entirely. You know, every year around this time, we're bombarded with messages about romantic love, about finding the one, about proving our worth through expensive gifts, elaborate displays of affection, and everything else. The energy becomes frantic, almost desperate, and I can feel it affecting our collective spirit. But what if we took this culturally charged day and transformed it into something truly sacred? Something that honors the most fundamental relationship we'll ever have, the one with ourselves. I've learned to change the way I celebrate Valentine's Day long ago. I make it more about self love. I don't worry about making reservations at a fancy place or expect a card or a gift. And I don't go out and search for gifts and cards either. I feel that if you're in a relationship, every day should contain respect, love, and appreciation for the person that you're with. And let's be realistic. It's not always going to be great, but the foundation is there, right? And love is there. But by making it more about self love, I'm taking the time, and sometimes I don't have all the time to honor myself and all that resides within me that makes me feel complete. For years, I was looking outside of myself for answers or for validation, right? All I needed to do was look within. It's great having a partner. I love being married to my amazing husband for 22 years. I feel truly blessed. We have two beautiful children and we make it work, right? We have that balance. But for many, many years, I didn't understand what true self love was. And now I do. I want to share with you not just the ritual I created, but the deeper wisdom I've gathered about what it truly means to love ourselves in a world that often makes that feel impossible. Let's start by acknowledging something important. Self love isn't just a hashtag or a trending topic. It's not about posting the perfect selfie, although those are fun, or treating yourself to expensive spa days, although those are great too. True self love is a practice, it's a commitment, and sometimes it's even a revolution against everything we've been taught about our worth. Before we dive into the practical rituals and ceremonies, let's explore what genuine self love looks like in action. It's in the quiet moments when you choose to listen to your body's wisdom instead of pushing through exhaustion. It's in standing up for yourself in a difficult conversation. And we know that that can be hard. Even our voice shakes. It's in celebrating your achievements, no matter how small they might seem to others. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked in discussions about self love: shadow work. Ah, yes. This shadow work. Loving yourself means embracing your light, but it also means making peace with your darkness. Those parts of yourself that you've been taught to hide, to shame, to deny. They're waiting for you to love too. I invite you to take a moment right now, wherever you are, to place a hand on your heart, maybe two hands on your heart. Feel its steady rhythm. This heart of yours has carried you through every joy, every heartbreak, every triumph, and every failure. It deserves your love, not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. Now, let me guide you through creating your own self love ceremony. It's about celebrating the completeness that already exists within you. Let's talk about creating a sacred space. This goes beyond just tidying up a corner of your room. Think of it as creating a physical manifestation of your inner sanctuary. Start by finding a space, clearing the energy. You can use sage, Palo Santo, Reiki, or even just open your windows and let fresh air in. And as you do this, set the intention, right? Mine's usually something like this space is dedicated to honoring my complete and perfect wholeness. Bring in elements that speak to each of your senses. So for sight, I like to add candles or lights. I love little glittery lights, and that helps to create a really nice, embracing glow. I love the glittering or the flickering of lights. For smell, you can choose essential oils or incense that makes you feel centered and present. Some rose oil, some lavender, whatever it is. You can invite that scent in. For touch, you can include textures like nice soft cushions or a cozy blanket, maybe a soft rug underneath your feet. And sound, how about a playlist? One that moves your soul. For taste, prepare or gather foods and drinks that feel nourishing and sacred to you. Maybe a nice cocoa or tea. Um, I don't drink, but if you prefer a cocktail, go right ahead. Now, let's explore the practice of creating a self love altar. All right, so it's more than just arranging the beautiful objects, it's about creating a physical representation of your relationship with yourself. So you start with the cloth, put a nice cloth down, could be any color, any texture. It's just special to you and it looks pretty. Then gather the items that represent the different aspects of your journey that we just mentioned, including maybe a photo of yourself from a time when you felt particularly strong or joyful. Objects from nature that speak to qualities you're cultivating, perhaps a stone for strength or a feather for freedom. I actually love feathers. I collect them when they drop, or I find them on the ground. They remind me of spirit and also of freedom and flying, which is I wish it was the superpower I had. Something that also may represent your dreams and aspirations. I'm writing a book and I want it to be done. So I will have either a copy of that book there or the name of what the book will be. An object that also symbolizes forgiveness and self compassion. Maybe a rose, maybe a cross, and a mirror representing self reflection and acceptance. And also have handy some paper and pen because another nice ritual that you can do, if you're comfortable, is to write yourself a love letter. Find a quiet moment and a beautiful piece of paper, something decorative, or the texture is just really nice. Paper has different texture. And begin by addressing yourself by name or use a term of endearment you wish others would use for you or that they already use for you. Write about different things like the challenges you've overcome, maybe the way you've grown, something that you've embraced recently that you've done that you're proud of. Write about your dreams. Write about the love you give others and the unique gifts only you can offer the world. And you know what those are. Now, let's talk about body wisdom and movement practices. You know, I'm a yoga teacher and a Qigong instructor. So, and I encourage you to find a movement practice that supports where you are, whether it's chair yoga, whether it's dance. That's a great thing to do. Move the body if it feels right. Do Qigong if that feels better for you. Whatever that practice is, move the body a little bit because the energy will flow. If you do some I call them open heart wings, where you bring or draw the shoulders back, open up the front of the chest where your heart is, and then close the arms in front and give yourself a hug. And do that a few times. Open the heart space and give yourself a hug. Another ritual that you can do if you're comfortable is a body blessing ritual. Okay, so if you have a mirror, a long mirror, any mirror in front, you can stand in front of it and then you can look at it and appreciate and honor each part of your body. Your feet for carrying you forward, your hands for creating and touching, your heart for feeling deeply, and your mind for learning and growing. Really appreciate the entire being. Another thing you can do, and you can do this towards the end or at any time, is a practice of meditation, of creating a self love garden in your mind or a scene where you find yourself in a place that is nurturing for you and comfortable for you and grounding for you. Right? Whatever that is, I'm not going to envision it for you. You know where that place is, where that sanctuary in your mind is. Close your eyes and unless you're driving, but close your eyes and go there and visit it. Make it a beautiful scene. Find yourself in that special place in your mind. You can also choose to invite good foods, healthy foods in this environment. You can create a beautiful dinner for yourself, or if you'd like to go out, you can do that as well. Nourishing yourself with good foods also feeds your soul. I'm all about food, healthy eating, but also feeling good. And if this is a special occasion and you want to splurge as far as calories or desserts or something lush that you want to eat, go right ahead. I want to talk about creating ongoing practices that extend beyond Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day is just one day. Remember what I said. Every day is about love and respect, compassion, joy. And self love isn't a destination, it's really a journey. It's a daily choice, and it's a constant return to yourself. Start a morning practice of self appreciation. Before you get out of bed, name 3 things you love about yourself. How about creating a love note jar where you collect moments of pride, of joy, of accomplishments throughout the year? Toss them in that jar. I'm sure we have an empty jar laying around. I know I do. Set regular dates with yourself. We've all heard that, right? Mark out time in your planner when you want to do something, whatever that is. Now, we're going to close with a heart opening meditation. Once again, if you're driving, just listen. You can always go back to it later. So, wherever you are in your home, find a comfortable position. Once again, place one hand on your heart and the other one on your belly. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to send love to every cell of your being. Visualize a warm golden light emanating from your heart center, spreading throughout your whole body. With each breath, repeat silently, I am complete. I am loved. I am love itself. I choose myself. I honor my journey. Remember that true love isn't found in the commercial trappings of Valentine's Day. It's in the quiet moments of self recognition, in honoring your journey, in celebrating your wholeness. You are not incomplete, waiting to be finished by someone else's love. You are already everything you're seeking. I wish you a magical Valentine's Day. I wish you a magical everyday. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need it, who might need to hear this message. Until next time, beautiful souls, may you remember that you are already whole, already worthy, and already deeply loved.